let's go ahead and start by sketching out the mirror through the front and back of the top view, and then those brackets are kind of our cheater way of getting the front and back of the side view. And so let's first start by extending these construction lines out. And like I said, these brackets will represent the front and back of our side view. It's already measured out for you nice and neat. And you can always check your work by figuring out, well, did you make a square? And I can see that's a pretty good dang square. And then we have the front and the back, and we just extend that to create our mirror. And again, this is very important because it allows us to find the depth as we sketch it in the side view. What will you see from the side? Well, as you can see, this cylinder, the circle looks like a rectangle from the top. It'll also look like a rectangle from the side. We can see where the top of it will be. It'll be right here. We can actually even extend out that construction line to help us see the top of our shape. It's just going to be a line. It's just going to look like a line to us, just like the sides of the cylinder look like lines to us from the top view. And then we can go ahead and extend the bottom as well as a construction line. And then there's this middle platform right here as well. And then with circles, what you do with circles, you don't go from the middle, you go from the bottom of the circle to the top of the circle. And the reason why is, well, because a circle, again, looks like lines to us. The edges of the circle look like lines to us when we are looking at it. A good example, you look at a roll of tape, you look at the sides, you can see that the circle just looks like lines to us. Now you can see, hopefully, the depth of it because of the shading of the form within this. We're looking at a 3D object, but from the view, it does, all you can see in the outlines are just lines. And so we'll just extend out the bottom of this circle and the top of this circle to represent the bottom and top lines for ourselves. And I messed up that construction line a little bit. Let's just ignore that little one. I'll mark it in red to say, hey, this line doesn't really exist. And let's zoom in just a little bit so we can get some work done. All right, this line is incorrect. Please ignore it. And then let's see here. What's next? Well, what's next is I can see this line right here, or this square right here, this part of the face, is completely just an object line from the side view. So I know the height of that platform. I know the width of that platform. Sorry, well, this is the depth, not the width. So we can go ahead and just darken that. And then from here, I know it goes up to the top. From this point, this goes all the way to the top of the cylinder. And so we go ahead and draw that. And I know it's going to go forward some amount, but I can't tell how forward. I could guesstimate, but that wouldn't be the point. What's awesome about this mirror is I can see how deep from front to back this shape goes. Or I guess from back to front in this case, this cylinder goes. And I could pull up my ruler and try to measure it and then measure down here, or I could just extend that line into my mirror and then reflect it downward at that point. And that tells me the depth of this shape. I now know that this ends right here, and so I can extend that there, and then I know it goes all the way back down to the platform. And so that's very easy, very simple. And then I can note that the bottom and the top of the circle, we can't see it from this view, from the side view. We can't see it. All it looks like is a flat face to us, but there's a bottom and top hole in the middle of this shape. And so that's what these construction lines represent. And so we're going to mark that as a hidden line, saying behind this, there's something hidden. There's some hole cut out. Turn it to another view, like the front view, to see what that cutout is. And speaking of, there's another line here that we need to extend outward to our hidden line. This last line here from our top view, we extend it to our mirror, and we extend the construction line down to the side view here. And what does that represent? Well, behind this face, there is a square cutout, and you can't see it from this face, but we can mark it with a hidden line saying, look at this from another view. There is a cutout behind this face, and then you can see the shape of it from the top view if you just follow your construction lines. And so what's left? Well, the only thing that's really left is your construction line to from the front to the top, representing this circle, so we can create the hidden lines here as well. And so we do the right to the left of this circle, extending it upward, and then all we do is mark it with hidden lines where they are needed. And of course, there's no hidden lines right here because there's no hole behind it right here. It's all right here in this top cylinder. And that's how you sketch this face and its hidden lines through construction lines and mirrors.